What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid in La Liga. Yet another monumental matchup for Barcelona that will definitely decide whether or not they're gonna be a league contender this season or not. We're quite a bit behind in the league table, and we're now facing a direct rival for the league title. It is a big matchup and also a big moment in Barcelona's season. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get the 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so your regular kickoff time in La Liga. And this match will be taking place at the Lluís Companys Stadium in Montjuïc, where apparently there will be a new Barcelona anthem. Apparently what the club have done is modernize the anthem a bit, so tune in for that. We'll see how it sounds. There have been some clips going around on Twitter, but we'll wait and see here the final thing tomorrow evening. And the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch it will be Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez, and on the VAR it will be Alejandro Hernandez. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona are currently sat in 4th place in La Liga on 31 points after playing 14 matches. We have 9 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss. You look at our last 5 games in the league: 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Our recent form isn't that great. Atletico Madrid, our opponents, are sat in 3rd place, but do have the exact same points as us on 31 points. But after 13 matches, they have 10 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. So theoretically speaking, if they win their game in hand, they are 3 points ahead of us. I think that game in hand is against Sevilla at home. I think the match earlier this season was suspended due to weather conditions, so that's going to be played later on. So you could say they're 1 point off the league leaders in Real Madrid and Girona, both on 35 points. Real Madrid currently on top based on goal difference. And, you know, speaking of the two top of the league table, they both play later on today. I believe Girona and Girona will be kicking off very, very shortly as I'm recording this video. I think later on today it'll be Real Madrid and Valencia. So they're both at home. I expect both to get the result they need to get in this game. I'll be, shocked if either of them end up losing or dropping points in general. But again, it is such a defining moment for Barcelona. Not only do we face Atletico Madrid tomorrow, of course, but then we face Girona next weekend. So it's a huge moment here for Barcelona. They can definitely get to the top of the table in 2 games time, especially if Real Madrid drop points in either of the next 2 games. A draw, a loss, whatever the case may be, we could be in first if we beat Girona and then beat Atletico Madrid tomorrow, of course, as well. But monumental game here for the league title. This will decide a lot of things. It'll even open up a gap, possibly, hopefully not, for Real Madrid, maybe even Girona, maybe even Atletico Madrid. There's definitely a team here that can take a big advantage of Barcelona facing 2nd and 3rd in the space of a week and open up, multiple gaps. Right now we're only 4 points behind. Again, the season is very long, not even halfway done yet. We still have to face Real Madrid again. We still have to face Girona twice. We still have to face Atletico Madrid twice. So being 4 points behind is not too bad, but just the fact that you are sitting 4th right now out of the 3 other teams does not really help with your confidence, momentum, and when you see the eye test and you see that you're in 4th place, I mean, something is going wrong. We haven't even hit double digits for wins this season yet, so it just shows that the level of Barcelona, and hopefully we can have a bit of a remontada. But as of now, it's all in Barcelona's hands. It's all in our moment to go out and push for this league title, to defend our league title and get closer to the top of the league. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Atletico Madrid. Of course, Atletico Madrid are one of the best teams in the world. I think undoubtedly they have the best squad in Spain. Probably one of the top 3 squads in the world, of course, and a historic club as well. Now, the last time we faced them last season was at home at the Camp Nou, where Barcelona did win 1-0. It was a Ferran Torres goal when his moment wasn't that great. He begged an important goal just before halftime and ended up giving Barcelona all 3 points. You can see the lineup for this match on the screen. We basically have everyone available for us tomorrow except for Gavi and, of course, the departed Sergio Busquets. Keep in mind, in the other game we played against Atletico Madrid at the Wanda, we also beat them only 1-0, the Dembele goal. So from last season, 2 games, 2-0 on aggregate for Barcelona. No goals conceded, 2 goals scored, but both very, very tight and very, very intense matchups. Now, if you take a look at Atletico Madrid's last 6 matches in all competition, in their last match, they beat Feyenoord 3-1, they beat Mallorca 1-0, they beat Villarreal 3-1, they beat Celtic at home 6-0, they lost to Las Palmas 2-1. I believe that was their first loss in the league, and they also beat Alaves 2-1. So you can see here that the clean sheets not really there for them too much, especially in La Liga. They get the result that they want to get, but they usually have to grind out. Sometimes when they concede the goals, either they go down 1-0 or to bring it back to 1-1 as well. So they get the job done the majority of the times, but kind of like Barcelona, conceding goals and making it difficult for themselves. Let's take a look at the last three matches in all competition. First up is the 3-1 win against Villarreal. I believe that they go 1-0 up in this game, and then Villarreal, Jordan Moreno pulled it back to 1-1, and then they got 2 late goals in the end. You see the formation, of course, they're playing the 3-5-2 formation, or however you want to see it, 5-3-2, but it's going to be the long defense, 3 midfielders, and 2 attackers. But in the end, it was comfortable, especially them being at the Wanda and Villarreal not being in a good moment, but there was a little bit of a banana skin moment during this matchup. Next up is their 1-0 win against Mallorca. Griezmann in the second half, of course, picking up all 3 points for Atletico. Again, a difficult matchup for them. We know the difficulties of Mallorca. We drew there at their home stadium 2-2 this season, but at home for Atletico, you expect them to, get over the line and not make it as close as it is. And again, you can see that Atletico Madrid are very efficient in getting results, but on the pitch you can see some of their difficulties. You can see the formation again on the screen. You have Marc Solonte playing as a wing back in this game. Barros came in the midfield. As for the Koke, of course, a player that Barcelona won, and also Xavi playing there as well. Of course, Morata was a player that Xavi wanted as well. In the end, though, they got the win, but it wasn't as comfortable as they wanted to be. And their last match in all competition was a 3-1 away win in Netherlands against Feyenoord in the Champions League. They played on the exact same day as Barcelona faced Porto, exact same time as well. So both teams getting the same amount of game time, but of course they had to travel to Netherlands. Again, it's not too much of a far flight from Spain. In this match, Feyenoord were getting at Atletico. I did watch the game after the Porto matchup. They won 3-1. I believe they went 1-0 up with an own goal, and it was after Feyenoord had 2 chances. Feyenoord kept on pushing and pushing, and then Hermoso just scored an absolutely unbelievable goal. He put in a cross that ended up going in the back of the net, making it 2-0. Feyenoord pulled one back 2-1. They were pushing. They had chance after chance, missed some good chances. Another own goal from some jammy free kick, 3-1, and Atletico wins. So it was a very, crafted result for Atletico in this game. This wasn't comfortable for them whatsoever, but it was important win for them to qualify for the next round of the Champions League after crushing out of the group stages last year. And you can see the lineup again. Keep in mind, this is the lineup that played midweek, so you want to see if Cholo Simeone wants to rotate or not. But overall in this game, difficult matchup, definitely wasn't easy. You could even say Feyenoord deserved a draw from this game, but Atletico Madrid got the important win. Now on the screen right now is the lineup that I believe that Cholo Simeone will select for this match. Of course, it will be the 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, 2 attacker formation. I think we'll go with Jan Oblak in goal. Back 5, you could say Molina at right wing back, Savic at right center back, Jimenez in the middle, Hermoso at left center back, and also Lino at the left wing back position. Midfield 3 of DePaul, Koke, and Llorente, and a front 2 of Antoine Griezmann and Morata. I will say this. The only players that I know 100% will start is Griezmann, Morata up front. I think Koke 100% the captain will be in the midfield. Oblak in goal. Molina at right wing back. And Llorente somewhere on the pitch. That's pretty much it. Diego Simeone has a lot of room to wiggle. He could put, of course, Llorente as a wing back and then put in another midfielder. So we could see Saul start in the midfield with Llorente as a wing back. We could even see Ronaldo play as a left wing back as well. They have, of course, Vitzel, who's been playing a lot recently. The experience of Azpilicueta. They have so many options. Even up front, they could even, we've seen them before start Griezmann in the midfield, then put, Correa up front or Memphis Depay, wherever the case may be. So a lot of wiggle room for Diego Simeone to really mess with, Xavi's mind and what to pick and what to select. But I think for the general consensus, especially on the games that they played this season, I think this is the same lineup that beat Real Madrid. The only loss I thought Real Madrid had this season is against Atletico Madrid at the Wanda, and I believe this was the starting lineup. So I think Diego Simeone will keep it simple for the big game and go with this lineup on the screen right now. But again, there's many options and different varieties for Simeone to select for this match. So overall, final thoughts on Atletico Madrid. Of course, they're a very, very good side. They're very well managed by their manager, Diego Simeone. He's been there since, I believe, 2011. Just signed a contract extension, I believe, a week or two ago. He's a very, very good manager. Of course, he's won leagues under our noses. He's won the league at the Camp Nou. He's given me some bad moments. He's given me some great moments as well, I will say that. But he's a very smart manager and a very experienced manager. And of course, Atletico Madrid, like I said, very, very good team. They probably, I think, have definitely the best squad in Spain. They've had the best squad in Spain for about 3 or 4 years now in terms of depth, and the amount of players they have at each position is astounding. Of course, they've been winning a lot of titles recently as well. Players to look out for, you have to look out for me for two. Firstly, the best player you could say in the world at the moment, definitely, contender for top 3, Antoine Griezmann. Just won the La Liga Player of the Month as well. Unbelievable player, of course, former Barcelona player. I'd also watch out for Memphis Depay off the bench. I don't think Memphis Depay will start, but off the bench, Depay coming back. I think this will be the first time he faces Barcelona since joining Atletico Madrid. I think he was injured the last time or suspended or something like that. So off the bench, watch out for him as well. Very, very strong midfield. We know the Paul in big games is very good. Llorente is an absolutely all-round player. They have such a good team, man. Jimenez at the back, Molina at right wing back, of course, Oblak, who used to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think now he's kind of dipped recently, but such a good team. And you've seen what they've been doing in La Liga this season, win after win after win after win. They're basically 1 point off the top of the league behind Girona and Real Madrid. Such a dangerous side, and again, their main strength is on the counterattacks, especially against the bigger teams, the Barcelonas, the Real Madrid, stuff like that. We have to be super, super cautious. And again, this is a very clinical side. The reason why they've been winning all these games 2-1, 3-2, whatever the case may be, is because they finish their chances. They really create Atletico Madrid, especially taking away from the 6-0 win against Celtic, of course. They really, it's difficult for them to create chances, especially when they have the lack of numbers in the midfield and the attack. But when they create chances, they're just so lethal. So Barcelona have to have a very, very strong defense in this game, or else it could be a very, very long night in Montjuïc. Time now to get into the press conference reaction of Xavi Hernandez. He did his press conference this morning, of course. He was bloody half an hour late for his presser because apparently Laporta was in the dressing room giving up a big speech to Xavi, the staff, and the players to motivate them for the game. But it was half an hour late. But in the end, he did show up, of course. Let's go and see what Xavi had to say this morning in the presser. He came out saying it's an important game. They're a direct rival, of course, Atletico Madrid. We play at home, and we need our fans. There are reports saying that the sales for this game's tickets isn't going too great, so hopefully we can get some sales coming in soon. Simeone's teams are always very difficult to attack. They defend on a low block. They are intense and aggressive. We have everything to play a good game and take 3 points. From Atletico Madrid, I would highlight their coach. Every day I have more respect and admiration for Cholo. It is condemning everything he's achieved in so many years at the club like Atletico. He has changed its history. From time to time, the president does come down to the locker room, and I already mentioned it. He has come to training today to encourage us and show us his confidence in both the staff and the players. He's always in a good mood, and it's a joy. So I'm confirming, of course, why he was late for the press conference. He's then asked about Ter Stegen's fitness for this game, and it's not good. He said that Ter Stegen has been tested and still has back discomfort. We will see whether or not he'll play next week against Girona, but for tomorrow's game, he is ruled out. So it will be Iñaki Peña in goal tomorrow. Then he's asked on Balde's recent form and confidence and stuff like that. He said, look, Balde's fine. He's playing good games. He had a very good game at Vallecos that Xavi has to highlight, which again, to be fair, he was alright in that game. He will continue to add and participate and will be important for the team, regardless of whether Cancelo, Koundé, or whoever plays in the full back positions. Then asked on Joao Felix, facing of course his former teams, and Joao Felix has to use the fact of playing against his former team as an extra motivation. He is from Benfica, and against Porto, he already played with that extra desire. I'm very happy with how he's adapted to the group so far this season. He was then asked again on Ter Stegen when we can expect him to come back and stuff like that, and how he's feeling. He said, look, Ter Stegen is sad. He tried his best to be available for this game, but he still has problems in his back. The game and the result go hand in hand. There have been a decline in the game, and therefore we have not achieved such good results. We have to improve things. We are not in the best moment of the season, of course. That is very obvious. I can't give you my opinion about Griezmann's change because I haven't played with him or trained with him. I can only tell you that he's an exceptional player who makes a difference and works a lot for the team. Then asked on Pedri, saying that Pedri played a very good game against Porto. He's one of the ones who ran the most of the team. He ran around 13 kilometers. He helps us both on the ball and without the ball. He has returned well physically. Then asked on the Koundé Araujo full back situation. Araujo did come out, I think it was yesterday evening. He was doing some interviews. He said that, I don't like playing at right back. I do it for the team. I would much rather play at center back. So now you have our two right backs in Koke and Araujo are both saying they hate playing at right back. So it'll bode well for Xavi, but he's come out, he's asked about, Koke and Araujo playing at right back. We see Cancelo go back to his normal position, stuff like that. He said that, look, both Araujo and Koke play at right back for the national team. The problem will be for the coaches. Here they have been played as center backs. There is no debate. They adapt perfectly to the group and what we need. So he's absolutely spot on. Koke did start at right back in the World Cup final. Araujo is putting in masterclass after masterclass defensive performances for Uruguay at right back. And when they come to Barcelona, they start to complain. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Anyways, Xavi continues on by saying that as a rule, we will have more possession against Atletico and they will squeeze us. They're very strong physically and they can also dominate us in this sense. We believe that we can dominate the game with the ball. Then as Morata, of course, we were interested in him back in the, I think, 2021 transfer window, and Xavi did confirm it now, what, 2 years later, a year and a half later, saying, yes, I spoke with Morata directly during the transfer window, the winter transfer market. There was a possibility that he could come to Barcelona. I think he's a very interesting player with goals and generosity. Personally, I like him a lot, and they have many reference points, Atletico Madrid, for this game, but of course, in the end, we signed Aubameyang, so I think we came out on top. I think Aubameyang is definitely a better player than Morata. Anyways, then as on Victor Roque, he said that the player like Victor Roque that can come in January will be very important and very interesting for the group, but let's see how it works. It's still a bit too early to call. Victor Roque is coming, man, and I am gas. Tomorrow we'll have a very important test of high level against a Champions League team, a top team. Every week is like this. This is Barcelona. In the event of not winning the game, the difference would be quite a few points, yes, but the league is very long. It is obvious that we're not going to be at the best time. We must trust that tomorrow we'll play a good game and take all 3 points. If we do lose, they would go up to 34, then Real Madrid and Girona probably go up to 38, so you're going to be, what, 7 points off the top, so that is quite the task and a half. He then asked on Lewandowski, of course, the doubts of him and, physicality and, not scoring goals and being absolutely shocking. Said, look, Lewandowski, we have zero doubts about his ability. It does not worry me whatsoever. Robert's like a machine. He never stops working to improve. He's a robot that does not, stop training, and I have no doubts that he will continue to score goals and make the difference. We have to nourish him more so that he can finish. I mean, we have to nourish one of the greatest strikers the game has ever seen. I mean, there's some problems there. Then Anton Romeo. Now, this is the point where Xavi, we can confirm officially that he has indeed lied during a press conference. He's asked on Romeo, and he basically says that Romeo at the Vallecos against Rayo Vallecano played a good game. Xavi, I love you, man. Why are you lying straight to my face? We were left with the result, but this game was good for him. He also is doing very well in stretches when he comes off, when he comes on from the bench as a substitute. Absolute waffle from Xavi, that. And finally, Xavi concluded off by saying that we have a core of football. We do not depend on individual actions. We are in casualties. Everyone has to dare look for a 2v1 association inside. We play football of all. The whole group is important. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction to the match against Atletico Madrid tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best to predict his lineup, but I think it will be very simple to predict, barring, of course, 1 or 2 changes. I'm not going to beat around the bush, though. I think Xavi will select this lineup on the screen right now. I think he'll go with Iñaki Peña in goal, a back four of Araujo, Koundé, Inigo Martinez, João Cancelo, midfield 3 of Gundogan, De Jong, and Pedri, and a front 3 of Raphinha, Lewandowski, and João Felix. I think he will pick the exact same lineup that he selected against Porto midweek. Again, midfield 3, front 3, I think is pretty much concrete. You could maybe bring in Ferran Torres or Lamine Yamal in that front line, but I doubt it. Of course, Romeo ain't starting this game, ain't getting anywhere near the lineup. Maybe Fermin can start. I doubt it. It's about the back line. What will Xavi do? Will he put Cancelo right back, Balde back at left back? Who will he put at center back? I'll tell you guys my lineup and my opinions, but I think Xavi will keep it the same. I would be shocked if he made any changes. He could. I could maybe see him bringing in Christensen for Inigo, and that's it. I think he will put Cancelo left back and Araujo right back, and Koundé in one of the center back spots. I think the other one's up for the debate between Inigo and Christensen. I think apart from that, this will be the line that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach, and I have made a few tweaks and changes from Xavi's lineup for me personally. It's going to be in that back line, of course. Midfield 3, front 3 stays the same for me as well. I wouldn't bring in Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, or Fermin. Of course, Iñaki Peña in goal. But in the defense, I have made some few changes. I've moved Cancelo to right back. I put in Balde at left back, and I've gone with the center back partnership of Araujo and Christensen. I think Koundé was dreadful against Porto, so I would drop him. I mean, he has been performing at such a crap level since returning from injury. I'm actually disappointed in him, so I would 100% drop him. With Inigo, I would not drop him. I would more so just give him a bit of a rest. He's been playing a lot of minutes. Again, he's been playing exceptional football for Barcelona. I think that left foot just provides a different outlook, but I think the ball playing of Christensen is needed in this game. I think Christensen has to start this game. Of course, Araujo is the captain, our best defender, so he has to start. So that's how I come to the conclusion of Araujo and Christensen in the center back partnership. I've gone with Balde at left back. I've given him the nod. I think, having that pace in behind that can go up and down the flank will be very, very important, especially against a back five against Atletico. When the spaces could open up, you want someone to exploit it. So that's my reasoning for it, and that's the line that I've selected for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know if you'd rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? I have gone with Barcelona winning this match by 1-0 for the third time in a row. My brain is telling me this is going to be a draw or a loss. But my heart is telling me when big moments come for Barcelona during the season, especially at home, I don't know how, but they always end up winning. I remember stretches from years ago. We have back-to-back key home games we have to win. We win both, and we've done it so consecutively well for a long time, especially under the Koeman era as well, except the big games against Atletico and Real Madrid. Your Sociedad at home, then Athletic Club, 2 wins. We always end up doing it, and I feel like this is another key moment as well. Back-to-back home wins, home games, against Atletico, Girona. You just beat Porto as well. This is your moment. I remember back in the 2018-19 season when we, Anfield and all that, we had 3 home games in a row. We had Sevilla, Inter in the Champions League, and then Real Madrid. You're thinking 3 home games in a row, difficult matchup. This is when Sevilla were top dog team and Inter were very, very good. We beat Sevilla, I believe, 4-2, Inter 2-0, 2-1, then Real Madrid 5-1. So that's where my prediction comes in from. I think tactically speaking on the pitch, we have to get it spot on. Xavi cannot get it wrong. The players have to perform as well. We cannot afford to put in a bad performance, and this will be difficult. I think there is a bigger chance that Barcelona lose or draw in this match. But I'm back in the boys, and my official prediction is a 1-0 Barcelona win. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know what you think the scoreline will be. So that was a match preview for Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing, firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi would go with? What would you go with? You're the manager. Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me, watch the game with me. Follow right for the match by my match reviews. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Monumental matchup ahead, and hopefully Barcelona come out on top. Take care, and Forza Barca.